Tesla's stock drop is not just a normal sell-off. It may be the first real test of whether Wall Street still believes Tesla's robotaxi story can become a real business. Tesla recently fell into the $427 range after trading close to $450. At first glance, that looks like bad news, but I don't think today's story is simply Tesla got bad news, so the stock dropped. I think the market is starting to separate Tesla's future dream from Tesla's current execution, and for investors, that difference matters a lot. Welcome back to Life in the Future. I'm Ken. Today's Tesla story is not clearly bullish or clearly bearish. On one side, the stock is under pressure. Robotaxi is facing real-world operating questions. The 4680 battery story is raising concerns. But on the other side, Tesla is reportedly expanding battery investment at Giga Berlin. So the real question is not, is Tesla good or bad? The real question is, how much of Tesla's future has already been priced into the stock? That is what Wall Street seems to be asking right now. First, let's look at the stock. Tesla dropped into the $427 range after recently moving close to $450. That is a meaningful pullback, but the timing is more important than the drop itself. Tesla has been supported by strong expectations around FSD, Robotaxi, Optimus, AI, and future software revenue. When expectations are high, the market becomes sensitive. Even small execution concerns can trigger a strong reaction. So to me, this does not look like investors suddenly gave up on Tesla. It looks more like the market is saying, we still believe in the future, but we need to check how much we are paying for it today. There are three likely reasons behind this move. First, robotaxi expectations were already very high. If robotaxi works at scale, Tesla is no longer just selling cars. It could become a transportation network, a software platform, and a high-margin mobility company. That is the dream. But when investors price in that dream, they react quickly when the rollout looks harder than expected. Second, there are concerns around the 4680 battery. Batteries are not as exciting as Robotaxi or Optimus, but they are the foundation of Tesla's business. Battery cost affects vehicle pricing. Battery supply affects production, and battery economics affect future robotaxi profitability. Third, the stock had already climbed near $450. After a strong move, some investors likely took profits. That does not mean the long-term story is broken, but it does mean Tesla may need stronger evidence before the stock moves higher again. Now, let's talk about Robotaxi. The latest concerns are about things like long wait times, limited vehicle availability, restricted service areas, and routing limitations. Some people may hear that and say, Robotaxi is failing. I don't think that is the right interpretation. To me, this means Tesla has entered a new phase. Before, the big question was, can the car drive itself? Now the question is, can Tesla operate this as a reliable transportation service? That is a much harder challenge. It is one thing to show that a car can drive through a city. It is another thing to build a service where customers can open an app, get picked up quickly, arrive smoothly, and trust the system every time. That requires enough vehicles. It requires fleet management. It requires safe service area expansion, and it requires a consistent customer experience. So the issue is not simply whether Robotaxi exists. The real issue is whether Robotaxi can become a scalable business. This is why Robotaxi matters so much for Tesla's valuation. Tesla is not valued like a normal car company. The bullish case is not only about Model Y deliveries or vehicle margins, it is about optionality, FSD, Robotaxi, Optimus, AI, energy, software. Investors are buying what Tesla could become, but that also creates risk. When a stock includes a lot of future potential, the market keeps checking whether that future is getting closer or further away. If Robotaxi looks scalable, Tesla's premium valuation becomes easier to justify. If Robotaxi looks slower or harder than expected, the market may start discounting that future value. That is why wait times and limited service areas matter. They may sound like small details, but for investors, they are clues. Next, the 4680 battery. This is less flashy, but very important. The 4680 battery was expected to help Tesla improve cost, simplify production, and support better vehicle economics. And that matters because Tesla is fighting on multiple fronts. It needs competitive EV pricing, it needs healthy margins, it needs energy storage growth, and it needs a cost structure that can support autonomous fleets in the future. If Robotaxi is the future platform, batteries are the foundation under that platform. So when there are concerns about 4680 progress, the market pays attention. This is not just a technical issue, it is a business model issue. AI may be the story that excites investors, but batteries are still the engine room of Tesla's business. But this is not only a negative story. Tesla is also reportedly expanding battery investment at Giga Berlin. The reported investment is around $250 million, with plans to increase battery production capacity from around 8 gigawatt hours to 18 gigawatt hours. That is a meaningful move. For Europe, local battery production matters. It can reduce transportation costs, it can strengthen regional supply chains, and it can support Model Y competitiveness in the European market. So while investors are worried about execution in the short term, Tesla is still building infrastructure for the long term. That tension is the Tesla story. Future promise on one side, operational pressure on the other. So, what is the real message from today? Tesla's future story is still alive, but the market is no longer rewarding the story blindly. Wall Street is starting to ask for proof. Can Robotaxi reduce wait times? Can Tesla increase the number of vehicles? Can it expand service areas safely? Can 4680 support better cost and margin economics? Can Giga Berlin strengthen Tesla's position in Europe? These are not theoretical questions anymore. They are execution questions. And that is why this moment matters. For investors, here is what I would watch next. First, Robotaxi service quality, not just whether Tesla launches it, but whether the service becomes more useful. Second, battery updates. If 4680 concerns continue, that could pressure the cost and margin story. But if Tesla shows progress, confidence could return. Third, Europe. Giga Berlin's battery expansion may not create instant excitement, but it could become important over time. And finally, watch the stock itself. If Tesla stabilizes after this drop, investors may still see it as a short-term correction. But if the stock continues to weaken, it may suggest the market is repricing the Robotaxi story more seriously. So, is this Tesla stock drop a reason to panic? In my view, no. But is it a reason to pay closer attention? Absolutely. This is not just another red day. It is a reminder that Tesla's valuation depends on more than excitement. It depends on execution. Robotaxi has to become a scalable service. 4680 has to support better economics. Giga Berlin has to strengthen Tesla's regional competitiveness. And Tesla has to prove that its future is not only impressive in presentations, but measurable in real business performance. For long-term investors, one day of stock movement does not define Tesla, but moments like this show us what the market is really watching. Right now, the market is watching whether Tesla can turn its biggest promises into operating reality. So let me know what you think. Do you see this Tesla stock drop as a normal short-term correction, or do you think Wall Street is starting to reprice the Robotaxi story? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this video helped you understand the bigger picture behind Tesla's stock movement, please hit the like button and subscribe to Life in the Future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.